un pneu and des pneus, tire. Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. In this video, we are going to learn the rules of the plural in French. So let's start. First of all, it is important to mention that for the plural, we have a general rule followed by exceptions. And as if it was not enough, each exception to the general rule has exceptions. Now, let's see the general rule. In French, to turn masculine or feminine nouns into plural, simply add a silent S at the end of both. And don't forget to change the article for its plural form. For example, I can say un citron and des citrons, lemon. Or une tomate and des tomates, tomato. As you can hear, both singular and plural have the same pronunciation. So only the article tells us if the word is actually singular or plural. When the noun starts with a vowel or an H, in the plural we will need a Z link when des, les or O are used. Des abricots, some apricots, les entrées, the starters, and aux hôtels, at the hotels. Now let's have a look at the exceptions. The first one is most nouns ending in AU, EAU or EU have their plural in X and not in S. The X is silent. So both singular and plural have the same pronunciation. And here again, only the articles tells us if the word is singular or plural. Let's see some examples. Un gâteau and des gâteaux, cake. Or un cheveu and des cheveux, hair. But some nouns ending in AU, EAU or EU will have their plural in S and not in X, which means that they will follow the general rule, like un landau and des landaux, prom, un pneu and des pneus, tire, or un bleu and des bleus, bruise. The second exception to the general rule is most nouns ending in AL will have their plural in AUX, like un cheval and des chevaux, horse, un journal and des journaux, newspaper, or un animal and des animaux, animal. As you can hear, singular and plural have different pronunciations. The singular ends in AL and the plural in AUX, so we will pronounce AL, al, and AUX, o. But actually, some nouns ending in AL will have the plural in S, so they will follow the general rule, like un bal and des bals, prom, un carnaval and des carnavals, carnival, or un festival and des festivals, festival. The third exception to the general rule is most nouns ending in AIL will have their plural in S, like un rail and des rails, rail, or un détail and des détails, a detail. But some nouns ending in AIL will have their plural in AUX, O, like le corail and les coraux, coral, un vitrail and des vitraux, stained glass window, or le travail and les travaux, work. Here, note that travail has two plural, one with S, that means jobs, and one with AUX, that means work, as in construction work. The fourth exception to the general rule is nouns ending in OU. Most of them will have the plural in S, like un trou and des trous, a hole. Un verrou and des verrous, lock. But some nouns ending in OU will actually also have their plural in X, like un bijou and des bijoux, jewels. Or even un genou and des genoux, knee. As you can hear, when the noun ends in OU, we won't hear the plural at all, as both S and X are silent. So the articles are here to help us. So to recap, we will only hear the mark of the plural for the nouns ending in AL and for some nouns ending in AIL. The plural is not difficult for speaking, but much trickier for writing because of the two layers of exception. Now, if the singular noun ends in a S, X or Z, to have the plural, we will only change the article, which means that we won't add an extra S or X to the words. So here again, both singular and plural will be pronounced the same, and only the article will guide us, like for the following nouns. Le bois and les bois, wood. Le nez and les nez, nose. Or une voix and des voix, voice. We went through the general rule, a few exceptions to that rule and some exception to the exceptions. Now let's see some specific cases. Sometimes nouns have a different spelling and so a different pronunciation between their singular and plural forms, like the following words: un monsieur and des messieurs, Mr. Or un œil and des yeux, eye. In French, some nouns only exist in the singular form, which means that they can't be turned into plural, like the following words: le bétail, livestock; le courage, courage; la honte, shame; or la patience, patience. And some nouns are only plural, which means that they can't be turned into singular, like les vacances, holiday; or les funérailles, funeral. And finally, some nouns give the idea of being plural because they end in a S in their singular form, but they are actually singular, like le temps, time; le cours, course; or un bus, a bus. So it is very important to look at the article to know the gender and the numeral of nouns. That's it for the plural. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. À bientôt!